brushing our teeth well because we're not taking care of our teeth. Maybe psychologically, I think when I come here, people are always covering their mouth or going back. No. So you want to visit the dentist for us to check for you and then see what is the problem. I will pause here, then we can have an interactive section. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Yeah, Mira.
Okay, so with flossing, sometimes when I use the floss, it gets my gums to bleed. Is that something that's healthy?
No, so when the gum starts bleeding, there's something wrong with the gum. And if you do it so hard,
Okay.
if you do it so hard, you end up having the floss piercing the gum and causing the bleeding. So if you're experiencing gum bleeding, you need to see the dentist. We'll use our machine, we call it scaling and polishing.
Right.
We use the machine to clean the teeth for you. Because when we have something called calculus or the hard braided stuff that occur down the gum or in front of the teeth here, your normal brush cannot take care of that. Okay. So you need to come to the dental clinic for us to use the scaler to take off all the calculus from the teeth for you.
Okay. I think my case is doing it too hard because sometimes you eat some goat meat and it gets stuck. Like you try to take it out with a toothpick, but it's not getting out.
Yeah.
So when I floss and I'm doing it gently, it's not coming.
Yeah.
So I have to
press it
and
up.
then it starts to bleed.
Yeah. And when you do it too much and the gum starts bleeding, it hurts the gum.
You're right.
Yeah, so we don't want to get to that stage.
So what do we do then if it's not coming out?
So you use the floss. If you're able to get in between the teeth very well, you flip it off. Or the pointed side of the teeth, the floss, can also bring it out easily for you. So we don't advocate for toothpick. Okay. Because it can hurt the gum. We don't want to get the gum bleeding all the time. Because when it does that, you have something called gum recession. Okay. The gum ends up going down. So when it goes down, the tooth loses its support. And with time, the tooth will start shaking and it falls off. The person will tell you, Doctor, I don't know what happened and my teeth is falling off. So you need to take good care of your teeth. We don't want to get to the point where our teeth starts falling off by itself without taking it out.
Okay, so talking of the brushing, you said we should brush in circular motion. Okay, you didn't talk of the tongue. Are we supposed to brush the tongue also in circular motion?
So when you are done, you bring your tongue out and you scrape it. Some of the brushes come with tongue scrapers at the back. So you can see this rough thing there. Or you can get a tongue scraper on the market or your pharmacies and you can use it to scrape the tongue. And mind you, if you don't clean your tongue, the tongue has crevices or if you call something called fissures in there where the food we eat gets inside and hide over there. And with time, they produce bad smell and makes you get bad breath.
Please, you mentioned the type of brush you need to use, and that the hard one wears it off or something of that sort. You know, previously I thought that was the best, like the very hard ones, because you know when you use it, you feel like okay, it whitens your teeth. When you use the soft ones, like you're not really feeling.
So that's why I'm saying you use the medium bristled brush. So whenever you buy your toothbrush, on the top they've written hard, medium, soft. So let's go in for the medium bristled brush. The very hard one, as I mentioned, will cause damage to the teeth.
Wow.
It can lead to sensitivity. And gradually, when you keep brushing that way, and you see the way we brush, this is how we brush. And if somebody's in the bathroom, when you're in the living room, you can hear the person brushing.
Yes.
So very hard we are brushing. Every time it will wear off the teeth. And now you start feeling the sensitivity. And if it goes very deep and close to where the nerve is, it can cause abscess. When I say abscess, it can cause the gum to get swollen. And you end up losing the teeth. We can keep our teeth till we are old. And I have patients who have all their teeth as at the age of 88 or 90. Yes, I have patients like that. So we can still keep our teeth to that age.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc. So I want to find out, with me, for instance, you see with Pepsodent, you have so much varieties. So whenever I change into a new, let's say, Pepsodent charcoal or any other brand, then I begin to feel some pains within my teeth. what could possibly be the problem?
So you want to use the flavor that suits you most. So maybe some of the flavors, they have some ingredients not good for you. You don't use it. So you want to use, if it's the Pepsodent, the plain one, you use that one. If it's the charcoal, which has an abrasive, little bit of abrasiveness in that to make sure the teeth is getting white, you can use that one. So you try and use the various flavors. The one that suits you best, you use it.
Okay, thank you. I get it now.
Or some people might know, some of them are very minty, the hotness. So somebody wants the hotness. If you are the type who does not want anything hot, you don't want to use it. You go in for something milder. They have all those flavors on the market with Unilever Pepsodent.
Please, I want to ask one last question. So, growing up in the north, so sometimes you go to places or you visit places that you don't have your, you don't have your toothbrush or your Pepsodent, and then, or maybe you have just Pepsodent. So you see people putting it on their teeth and then on their tongue for some minutes before they wash it off. Is it advisable?
No. So if you are traveling, now we have very small type brush. You can carry it along. If you don't have it, you have the luxury of having chewing stick or chewing sponge. You can still put your Pepsodent on it to aid with the brushing. But when you are using the chewing stick, be careful you don't hurt the gum. All we want to do is to maintain the integrity of the gum so that we don't hurt it. So when you are using the chewing stick, it's on the white part. The white part that we see is the enamel. So let it be on the white part. But you see our mothers and then our older women, yes, you can see them using the chewing stick very much, and it hurts the gum. When you do that, the gum ends up going up, and it can cause damage to the teeth.
Thank you. Doc, please, with the flavors for the toothpaste, you know, like you mentioned, we have the minty ones and the ones that are not. How do you know which one works for you? Is it that you just try them and then whichever one you like, you use?
Yes.
For instance, like I like the very minty ones because like it makes me feel refreshed and all. So does it have like any side effects if you use that constantly?
No.
Because of the contents, like the level of mint
no.
it has?
So it's preference.
Okay.
Like the way you said you want the minty one, maybe you like hot things, so that's okay for you. Because Pepsodent contains fluoride, and that is what is key for the teeth, to protect the teeth against tooth decay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Doc, please, with the maintenance of the teeth, when I follow all these appropriate steps, when I brush my teeth twice a day, brush it in a circular motion, use my mouthwash when necessary, what is the time advisable for me to meet the dentist?
Yes, so we advise you see the dentist every 6 months. So twice in a year. So you want to start from January, so your next visit should be in July. So that when you come, if you are not able to, with the things that you cannot see in your mouth. So we have, in our dental setting, we have the lights able to look in your mouth very well. If there's any problem, we are there, we tell you, we discuss, and then we look at the way forward for the teeth.
Okay. Doc, what do you have to say about teeth whitening? Because sometimes you see a whole lot of packages from certain whitening, I don't know if they're, yes, brands, yes, they want you to come whiten your teeth, the Hollywood smile, they have all those packages. I mean, as beauty queens, you need to have a very nice smile, very bright, radiant. When people see, it's attractive. So what do you think about whitening? Is it something that is encouraged? Are there some side effects? Are there some hesitations when it comes to whitening?
Yes, so with tooth whitening, I would advise that everybody see a professional dentist for tooth whitening. We have a lot of products on the market that tells you if you use it, able to whiten your teeth. You can buy some of these kits on the market and then it can cause teeth sensitivity. But once you come to the dentist, we have the correct or the appropriate whitening kit to use for you. And we know which one is good for every kind of teeth. That's it. Anybody who sits in our dental chair. So I advise that the whitening kit to use for. But you don't go to the OP market, you can see a lot of adverts on the TV. Yeah. And they tell you come to me because you pay something small. But then you get your side effects, sensitivity, and they are not able to correct that for you. And then also, let me use the opportunity to educate us. as blacks, we don't we have whiter teeth than fair or white people, and we don't have pure white teeth like the wall, yes, or paper white teeth like the A4 sheet. Every single individual has a different shade of teeth. My shade of white is different from your shade of white, than that of another person. So you don't want to say, I want to get this white teeth. No. You all have our shade. So if you are doing the whitening in the mindset of that, going to the dentist, I'm going to get a white teeth. You're going to get a lighter shade of your teeth. So now you do it for them, they say, no, I didn't get white. So before you sit down, the dentist will explain everything to you. We'll show you the different shades. We have a whole range of shades of teeth. Some people's own are darker, others are whiter or brighter. So we'll show you from the whitening, from this stage, you are moving to this stage. You're not jumping to A for the wall shade of white, no.
Hi, Doc. So with the whitening, even with the appropriate person like the dentist, I want to know, is it something that when you start, you would have to be consistent about? Like, for instance, when I come today and then you help me with the whitening, is there like a duration I have to come back, or is it like a permanent thing I have to maintain it? And then also, like, is there any effect eventually
on the teeth? So prolonged use of, so the whitening is more of using a bleach. So we know what bleach does to our hand or to our dresses when we are doing it. So very prolonged use of the whitening can cause tooth sensitivity. So that is why when you see the dentist, we do the assessment, we know your teeth, and we know the kind of product to give to you, so that you don't end up getting the sensitivity. Even when there's sensitivity, we know what to do to relieve you of the sensitivity. So and some people do it in sessions. Some people can be 3 sessions, 2 sessions. Then you take a break, then you go in for another session. So it's not like you have to do it continuously, no. But what you have to do, what we advocate is more, sometimes it's more of the cleaning than the whitening. And the yellowish thing you see on the teeth, what I mentioned earlier, is the calculus. So you need to come to the dental clinic and we use the scaler to take off the yellowish, brownish, or greenish thing in between the teeth. And even when you are done with that, you can even see the teeth is white, aside the whitening. Yeah.
Okay, Doc. So I want to ask a very, should I say sensitive, but it's something I've been trying to understand. So now I want to actually know the uses of the braces, because now I can see that people are actually doing it for fashion. And then everyone wants to put on braces. Even me at a point, I was like, okay, I think it's so beautiful on the teeth. So, Doc, please, can you educate us on the uses of the braces? Is it for everyone or?
Okay, so the braces is to correct malaligned teeth, or teeth that are crooked, and let me use it in quotes, in the mouth. So if your teeth is not positioned well, some people open their mouth and you can see some of the teeth coming forward, others coming back, others twisted. So that's what we use the braces for. So if your teeth, so this is a perfect teeth. So we want to achieve this. So if your teeth are not in line like this, you want to get that. When some people put their teeth together, you can see that they have space in between their teeth. You call that open bite. So you want to also correct that. So it's not like it's for fashion. It's for correcting our teeth, so we can get the ideal teeth. You want to come close to the ideal teeth. The U shape in the mouth, when you put it together, it should all come together in a position. That's what you want to achieve. Yeah.
Doc, please, how long does it take for the saliva particles to develop into a calculus?
So the saliva contains some ions. So when you finish eating and the food particles are still on the tooth, in there we call it mineralization. The particles and then the ions will undergo some reactions, and then they start depositing on the tooth. So even when you finish brushing and you pass your gum, your teeth, your tongue over the teeth, you feel something. You can even use your hand. You can still see some whitish stuff on the teeth. That's called tartar. So when you are not brushing your teeth, you keep eating. So this tartar keeps accumulating it starts building up, and with time it mineralizes and it becomes hard, which your brush cannot take care of. So you have to come and then we do the cleaning for you.
With the cleaning, I want you to enlighten us about the price. I mean, what it actually comes with. Does insurance cover?
Yes, insurance do cover in the where they take the insurance. So the national health insurance do cover cleaning, and other private insurance also cover cleaning. And then some of them too, you go, and then it depends on the clinic where you find yourself.
So that means anyone can come for teeth cleaning?
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody needs that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so we are wrapping up. So my last words to you is we need to take care of our teeth very well, because that, as I mentioned earlier, the teeth is the gateway to the mouth, and that is what gives us our confidence. That's what gives us a high self-esteem. Some people will come and then they are going back because their teeth are not looking nice. So there's a need for us to take good care of our teeth. We should visit our dentist twice in a year. We should clean our teeth twice, morning and evening. And evening is the last thing you do before you get to bed. You don't brush your teeth and go and take biscuits again or take a drink again. And then we should floss our teeth in between meals. After eating, you need to floss your teeth to make sure that we have a healthy gum, a healthy teeth, and a healthy oral care. Okay. All right. So I wish you ladies all the best. Thank you. And then see you on Sunday.